Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian Bartl. I'm one of the co-founders of Unlock Your Brain, and I'm very happy to be here today to present our company to you. With Unlock Your Brain, we put learning on the lock screen. We developed an app that allows you to unlock your phone by solving a small logic puzzle, a math problem, or even by training your vocabulary. We launched the app 2 months ago, and this is an example of how you can unlock your phone by solving math. Instead of just having an unlock screen that you have a slider that you move from one side to the other, you have a small math problem like 3 plus 8. You select the right answer, 11, slide it into the middle, and you have unlocked your phone. I think it's safe to assume that every one of us in this room has a smartphone. But what you might not be aware of is that you unlock your phone 40 to 80 times a day. That is such a high frequency, and you could be training your brain every time you do so. This is what we do with Unlock Your Brain. We put learning on the lock screen. You look at this and you might say, well, 3 plus 8, that is so easy, I'm not going to learn anything from that. And you might be right. That is why we incorporated a smart algorithm that adjusts the difficulty level of the questions to your skill level while keeping the time it takes for you to solve constant. So it never gets frustrating. It's always just 2 or 3 seconds for you to unlock your phone. So soon, you will not be solving 3 plus 8, but you'll be at 36 plus 50, or 136 plus 124, or 1,400,000. Well, you get the idea. So let me introduce someone to you who has been using Unlock Your Brain every day for the past 2 months. One of our power users, Andy. He really seems to be enjoying to use Unlock Your Brain, but does he really learn something from it? He can see this by opening the in-app statistics that we provide. He has unlocked his phone almost 5,000 times in the past 2 months. But more importantly, he has done so while keeping the time, the red line, almost constant, very short. And his skill level has improved continuously. This is what we love about Unlock Your Brain, that our proof of concept that we can actually put learning on the lock screen. We verified this with a lot of people from the academic world, where we talked about what are key learning success factors. There's the high frequency. You unlock your phone 40 to 80 times a day. The consistency, because you never forget to unlock your phone. And some form of implicit learning. Because when you use Unlock Your Brain every day, it kind of becomes automatic. You don't even realize it anymore. So this is our proof of concept, our secret sauce that we can put learning on the lock screen. And what do we want to do with this? We transfer this learning on the lock screen first to vocabulary, which we will launch very soon, where you can improve your foreign language skills. Or we can do fun logic puzzles and even content learning. If you think back to maybe your driver's license exam, we could test those questions on the lock screen so you're very well prepared. Our vision is that we want to establish Unlock Your Brain at the heart of mobile learning, because it can be integrated with all different kinds of and mobile learning. How do we make money with this? We launched the app, and there's a basic version that you can download and use for free. And then there is additional content packages for in-app purchases. Our users are already converting as they use it for more than a week and buying those packages. Or they go into the in-app Brain store to get a subscription, which gives you more content and additional statistics to improve your learning experience. Where do we stand right now? We launched on February 1st. We have about 150,000 downloads and 25,000 active users. For us, this 25,000 is not just a number. This is 25,000 Andys who are out there using Unlock Your Brain every day. Thank you very much, and happy unlocking.
All right. Okay. I can see a potential problem with this app.
Yes, please, tell me.
So, I'm in the bar tonight.
Yes.
Our
favorite use case.
I'm in the bar, I've had 3 pints of beer. one of my friends doing something funny, I want to just take out my phone and take a bloody picture. But I'm drunk.
It's very, very simple.
There's no way I can do any sort of math.
It's very, very simple. You just take the equation and you slide it down to skip. And you don't have to solve anything. So skipping is as easy as unlocking a regular unlock. Because not just in the bar, but you might be occupied, it might be an important call, or you're in the car where you shouldn't be using your phone anyways. But just whenever you don't want to solve it, you skip.
Phew. Judges.
So in terms of what have you learned from the usage data so far? What sort of uninstall rates are you hitting? Who loves this? Who hates it? And why?
Absolutely. We launched with just the math questions. So we have a retention rate over the first week of about 50% because not everybody is into math. We learned that the people who do keep it for quite a long time. We have a lot of the active users that really stick with us, so the retention rates stay quite high after that. And most importantly, they really improve significantly. The graph I showed earlier is not just like one example of one of our power users, but we have worked through this with a professor, and they really see significant improvements that are sustainable. So people are really learning. And as we launch vocabulary next, we really open up a new kind of market. People who are interested in language learning, improving their English skills, this kind of thing.
Okay, so the really obvious question that I have is, doesn't it sort of defeat the purpose of the lock on your phone in the first place? I mean, I've got the lock on my phone so other people don't get into my phone, so if they can answer a simple question.
Absolutely. We combine those. Let's say you have a PIN question. You usually have like something you have to slide and then enter your PIN. In this case, you would have the equation to solve, unlock your brain, and then your PIN would come, or that little thing you have to do. Like we combine that so it's still safe and secure.
Okay. How many of your users are converting to paid?
We have currently a 3% conversion rate to subscription and purchase of the content packages, which we expect to go higher as we add vocabulary, because just the willingness to pay for vocabulary is higher than for math. Math is just our kind of a proof of concept in the market for us, because we wanted to see what do the users really think. That's why we launched it with math. And now we add more and more content.
Okay, and do you have any concept of what the lifetime value of your customer is?
Currently, that's hard to say, because with math it's a little bit lower, but we're aiming for about 10 euros as soon as we have the vocabulary. That's just from e-learning and language learning out of the mobile content.
10 euros over the course of, over the life of the customer?
Just for the vocabulary part of it, like we analyzed it for that spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's more a comment because my main questions have been asked already. I really like the idea to use the lock screen to do something of worth with it, and learning just makes sense. So that's what I like. But I also see the obvious things that have been raised already.
And what do you see as your big competitive advantage here? This doesn't seem particularly difficult for other people to do. Is it all about...
The big competitive advantage is multifold. For one, I mean, we're the first ones to do this with the unlock screen.
Yeah,
and we have a patent running on this. While patent isn't the only thing, it's still nice to have. We believe that right now it's running very smoothly. The algorithm is working, so it's a very working concept that we're first to market, and the patent should help us defend that for a little while. But as we grow, I think that's going to be much more important.
So just final remark in addition to Rob's question. So is it, do you think about different segments? Because I can obviously see this in, for kids, or, it's okay, you play this and then you get to the Angry Birds, because otherwise I just want to unlock the phone and get to the Angry Birds. Yes. Or preventive healthcare like Alzheimer, dementia, things that actually, because you can't keep, practice your brain all the time and do certain things. So, because I'm kind of worried about your distribution strategy. So how do you get this out, and why is it so important for people to bother their lock screen?
And that's what we love about it. It really targets so many different use cases. And we start with somewhat in the middle with math and vocabulary. It's just the main section. We target people from 15 to, let's say, 35, 45 in the beginning, just with vocabulary, because that's still people who use English in school or their professional life. And then as we add logic puzzles, which we will develop together with the university to kind of get that idea of how can that really help older people if there is the smartphone available. And we have a lot of ideas for kids games that help them to unlock their phones in kind of like a playful way, but still teaching them something. So this is kind of where we start, and then we take it from there.
So just a suggestion, it's not a really question,
Yes,
but
please.
feels like people do this for fun, right? And then there's a lot of opportunity around social integration, like competition with your friends and stuff like that. So it feels to me like you guys are going to have that sort of crossing the chasm problem. You get people that are really interested in it, but you're never going to be able to get really big until you figure out how to do that social loop.
Yeah.
So consider seriously about adding in some social gaming elements.
Absolutely. We're working on that currently because we had the experience that users were writing us that they were doing Unlock Your Brain battles, because there's like a practice mode in there where you can kind of like solve 10 equations and who gets it faster and whatnot. And we want to integrate that into the app, and that's just on the agenda.
And how well does it work across different OEMs? To what extent do they try and sort of put in their own functionality on top that screws us up?
That certainly is a challenge with some OEMs. It works very well on the majority of products we have it out there.
Android only, right?
Right now it's Android only, just because Apple doesn't allow you to get to the slide to unlock. My hope is a little bit that as soon as we're big enough, I'm going to give them a call and ask really nicely if we can access them.
Look forward to it.
That is a future dream, though. So.
All right, unlock your brain.
Thank you.